So let's talk about, this is a major thing, right? So this comes down to all these values. This is something that we've always talked about as we've traveled around the world. LA has always been a minority, right? We've been minorities. We've been living in these places. So that's something we've always instilled in you and in our business, is that we always give back. And that's why part of, why her business has grown. It's not a business grows because, yeah, you're a good fashion designer, right? And you do cool stuff, but it's also because of the values that you hold. Now, you're a big activist. And I know this is a big question that people come out and they want to know, like, why does she talk about all these things? And she does the research. So share, like, how you've been able to take the fashion, your fashion brand and your business, and use it as a platform for, social activists. Like, what are the things you care about the most?
It's because why I speak about these things is also I'm able to use my fashion as a platform. I have something that is talking about my messages. It's talking about eco-friendly fashion. Like, my fashion, I want to be able to create something so people can actually believe, they can actually feel, they can see what value fashion has. And so I use my fashion as a platform to be able to speak about this type of stuff. Because it's funny to think that no one is speaking out about fashion, the fashion industry, plastic, all this type of stuff, because they're too scared. It is coming down to us kids to actually reveal, actually speak, and actually believe in this type of stuff. So we are able to teach adults that are close-minded to actually think about what they wear, think about what they're doing. Kids are the future, and we need to speak up now. And so I believe in helping the earth. I believe in helping the world. And so by being able to, I can't do this alone. So being able to create a team, being able to create a tribe, people around the world, finding and listening to me and being able to share the same message, we can get out even farther. Than I could ever.
And that's the thing, so it's always about sharing your message, right? We've always, encouraged you to speak your voice. That was something that we never took away from Honolulu. It was like, you have a voice. What do you feel? When we travel, we would always ask you, like, what do you want to do? Like, where do you want to travel? Like, how do you feel about this? And I think that's a really big piece, and I think that's a missing gap. Now, you speak, obviously, Honolulu, you speak very wise, okay? You speak very, very wise. But I think that people want to know, and they've asked us a lot, like, how do you actually relate to normal kids? Like, how do you relate to normal kids? I mean, does that even make sense?
For me, I've always grown up with entrepreneurs. So I've always been at different events. I've been either speaking, listening, and I mainly grown up around adults mainly. And so I've grown up around people who are making a change. So that gave me the power to do something different. Like, if you want to be a change maker, hang around change makers. If you want to be lazy and watch movies all day, hang around people that are lazy and watch movies all day. You are the person who you hang around with.
Right. All right. So the question about, do you relate to other kids? Okay.
And so
how does that happen? Because there's been times where, maybe you've not been as related and kids are either judgmental. Like, how have you dealt with that?
Well, I feel like I've always related with kids because I am a kid in particular. But I feel like I actually don't really know how to answer this question because I feel like, of course, I've related to kids because I am a kid, but I feel like I've related more with adults because they are doing something different. They have brands, and I'm able to talk to them about that type of stuff. But with kids, I want to be able to inspire to do the same. And I want to be able to create this group of kids. We call them the Unstoppable Kids.
And so you are creating that. You've been doing that for a while.
Who are becoming
more mindful.
Yes, and who are thinking about the future and creating a brand where they can do what they love.
I think it's a big thing. I mean, that's obviously something we've always been really encouraging to. And I think it's a question, like people, I think that for Honolulu and for us as a family, we really don't see her as a kid. She just is only been on this earth for 12 years in a physical form. It's really true. We don't relate a kid to an adult any differently. And we've never done that with Hanalei, so she has had her voice. Certainly there are other kids that are just, maybe the maturity level isn't quite there yet, and because they haven't been asked certain questions that she's been asked or given the permission to respond how she wants and thinks. So I think that has been a challenge though for you. In fact, some people have asked about bullying, right? It's a big topic. And, share with what your experience has been, because there was a time when we didn't realize, it was a couple of years ago, all of a sudden you stopped doing video, you stopped doing art, you stopped talking about fashion, and you had just started this fashion journey. Yeah. And, a couple of years into it, and you stopped doing it. And you were hiding this. And this is important for everyone to know. Like, we've dealt with the same issues that others have dealt with. Would you share a bit about what kind of happened and how you handled that?
Yeah, I got bullied in like 5th grade almost, and I feel like every single day when I was walking in, I would have to put on a mask. Since, of course, like traveling, I was always wanted to be in school, so I was always at different grade levels. I was low in one grade and higher in the other, or stuff like that. And I feel like when I was in school, this particular school, I started getting bullied for either not being as smart or doing something different or not being like other kids. And it started to weigh on my self-confidence, thinking, really, am I not smart? Am I stupid? Am I really doing something bad? And so I feel like now I like to speak out about this, because with kids, no one should ever be put through that.